We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, nothing's gonna break us.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have an offense that keeps itself on the field. The Bills are top 10 in converting on third down, and they'll be up against the Bears defense that wants to get off the field. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. They come up in an offset eye. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when you talk about this offense, you, of course, have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile. He makes any quarterback that much better.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. He's got time in the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Howard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll drop the throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Pernell McPherson's a strong run-stuffing outside linebacker who's beginning to blossom as a pass rusher.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And got him in. It's Woods. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. Taylor finding time. Now he's flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now out come the Bills. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball.
Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there on the screen pass. 39 yards. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense. And they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when they're deceptive that way and they create that space for him, look out. And he turned into a heck of a play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, to get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And his throw is incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's 4th down. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normal.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Taylor to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Brief break in the action here. Back to Buffalo after this. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he had a nice play there from his... Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun, it's Taylor. Trying to get it to Harvin, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
The ball comes out. Jeffrey with a catch left side.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. So
they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
When you've got guys who can flat out run, sometimes all you say in the huddle is go. They ran the fly route, took the shot downfield, just unable to connect.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, little 360. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll go again to McCoy. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Taylor. He sets to fight. Looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They come up in an offset eye. On the handoff, this is Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go with Howard again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That makes open things up for your running backs.
The play clock's running down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is away, and it's a high kick. Hit pretty well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Watkins alone on the left side. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Being chased out left. Taylor hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble, but now they face a third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Back to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Here's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Come on, let's go!
Taylor now to throw on third down. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Taylor to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go!
Again, it's Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front. to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Bills. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, it's Taylor. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. Well, even after now, hold everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Come on, let's go.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal. It's still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And they'll get him down here at about the 5. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
Just like that. Just like that. Ohio! Come on, let's go! Flex round!
Here's Taylor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So a pressure kick here for Dan Carpenter. This for the lead in the final stages. And Carpenter knocks it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Back to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. He's back to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
I wanna sit on private planes. I wanna scream my name on top of the Eiffel Tower. On the Eiffel Tower. I wanna hit that blackjack. I wanna take that money and run right here, right now. Right here, right now. But I won't take that train. I won't catch that flight. fat, fat.